This video is brought to you by hoodbeast.com. Design your own custom hoodies. hoodbeast.com. We are beast.
Yo, what is up guys, it's me Zach Lee, and welcome to day 52 of the 2017-2018 NBA season. We got a couple of things to talk about today, so let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Lego.
Your thoughts on the Sixers not picking up the option?
I was fine with that. I didn't want them to pick up my option. I've been going through a lot since I've been here, so the fact that I know that at the end of the season I'll at least have an opportunity to play elsewhere, that's great. Now I'm just in a position to where how can I get on the court? And that's not happening here, and I want to play.
First off, I just want to give a huge congratulations to Jahlil Okafor. The man is finally free, and now he will finally get another chance to show us all what he can do on the court. I'm sure all of you know by now that Jahlil Okafor was traded from the Philadelphia 76ers to the Brooklyn Nets. Jahlil Okafor, Nick Stauskas, and a second-round pick for Trevor Booker. And it might seem like the Sixers gave up a lot in this trade just to get Trevor Booker in return, and if Ja becomes a good player, then of course they are on the losing end of this trade. But I mean, it's like, come on, what did you expect at this point? They've been trying to trade Jahlil Okafor forever. No team was making any offers, so they just took what they can get. It's not like Trevor Booker is a terrible player. He'll be good for them off the bench. There's not much else to say about this trade. I'm just happy that Ja has finally been freed. Other than that though, the game of the night yesterday for sure involved Okafor's old team, the Sixers, and they welcomed Lonzo Ball and the Los Angeles Lakers to town in what was probably one of the most exciting games of the season so far. It was exciting to watch for a couple of reasons. The first reason being that it was just a really good game. I'm sure you all know what happened in this one. Went down to the final second and a final shot when Brandon Ingram drained the triple at the buzzer to get LA the 107-104 win over Philly. Anytime there is a buzzer beater, unless you're the team that got beat at the buzzer, it's a good game to watch. If you're a Sixers fan though, I know it hurts, but you just gotta pick your head up and move on to the next one. So the game itself was amazing, and then just watching it, you could really get a glimpse of what the future of the NBA holds for us. I have said this time and time again, that the NBA in the next 5 years or so is about to be better and more entertaining than it has ever been. The amount of young talent in the league right now is honestly sickening. Just in this rookie class alone, you have a bunch of players who look like they're going to be stars. This is going to be the first Rookie of the Year award in quite some time that it's had this many players actually deserving of winning the award. Ben Simmons is still by far the favorite to win, but if not for him, there would be serious debates on who should win, whether it be Lonzo, Kuzma, Mitchell, Tatum, DSJ, Markkanen. That's like at least 6 rookies that are playing really well right now. Then there's still a handful of others that I know will be very good once they get more time and experience in the league. Not to mention that we still haven't even seen what Markelle Fultz can do when he is healthy. So there's a lot of talent, and this Sixers-Lakers game last night just really embodied the future of the league in my opinion. We saw great performances from all of the young stars. Ingram with his buzzer beater and 21 points, as well as 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Lonzo Ball overstuffing the stat sheet. Man did it all. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 4 blocks. Jeez, he literally did everything. Ben Simmons did the same though. 12 points, 15 rebounds, and 13 assists. His third triple-double of his career already. And then Embiid, you know, he's freaking Joel Embiid. 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists and 5 blocks. They all played really well, and that got me extremely hyped. And also, to any of you that think that Joel Embiid's beef with LeVar Ball is real, it's not. It's all fabricated. The two of them are friends off the court. Maybe not friends off the court, but they don't have any actual beef with each other. It's all for entertainment. I mean, just take a look at this.
That dude over there, man. That dude right there looking for you, man. Right there with the black shirt on, man.
Hey, your boy.
Hey, your boy. Man. Your boy looking for you. Hey, babe, come on, boy. Bring me some noise. What's up, boy? Don't be scared. I got your ass now. I'm just playing, man. Good job, boy. You young, I'm good. You know how we got to do it sometimes. They try to flip some stuff. No, you're good. I'll tell you what, keep working on that game. That's part of creativity. Yeah, you're doing it. But here's a smart thing. Don't worry about nobody on the outside. You don't do nothing but stuff. You just keep playing, doing your thing. Trust me. They're trying to do some stuff to you, man. But see, then they get you. But don't worry about it. I do my own thing, so they can't mess with me. That's fine. Let me do my thing. But keep doing it. It's a good game. Good thing. All right, good luck.
It's all entertainment. At the end of the day, whether you don't like Joel Embiid or LeVar Ball, you are entertained. You can't deny that. Speaking of the future, one of the young players I mentioned was Donovan Mitchell. This kid is crazy good. If he keeps playing like he's been playing, then maybe he will put some doubt into people's minds as to if Ben Simmons is really the clear-cut Rookie of the Year. Now, I don't think he will get it over Simmons, but man, over the past like 7 games, I'd say he has been the best player easily of the 2017 draft class, and that's just a fact. He had another 20-plus point game last night with 26 points, and check this out. Over the past 7 games, he is averaging 26 points per game, shooting the ball 50% from the floor and around 50% from deep as well. 13th pick in the draft, huh? That's the 13th pick in the draft, all right. And with him getting the buckets at the rate he's been getting buckets, the Jazz have been playing really well. Their defense has always been great, but he has given them the offensive firepower that they need in order to actually win games. But despite how well Jazz and D. Mitch have been playing, the Houston Rockets have simply been playing better. See, Mitchell might be a huge part of the NBA's future, but James Harden is a really big part of the NBA's present, as he and the Rockets just can't lose right now. Houston is now on an 8-game winning streak and have won 14 of their last 15 games. Harden with 29 points, while Chris Paul was running the offense extremely well. 18 points, 13 assists, and 9 rebounds. I will give the Jazz some credit here though. The Rockets jumped on them to start the third quarter, and after a close half, Houston blew this game wide open after the third when they outscored Utah 37-20 in the period. But the Jazz fought back, and even though they did lose by 11, they came closer to beating the Rockets than any other team in the NBA since Houston only beat the Cavs by 4 a few weeks back. I told y'all, just because the Thunder went on a 3-game winning streak doesn't mean they're all of a sudden figured things out. I tried to tell you guys that I had seen some improvement, but they still needed to do a lot better and keep doing what they've been doing at the same time. I tried to tell you. So if you thought this was the end of games like this where the Thunder lose to teams they have no business losing to, you thought this would never happen again, I don't know what to tell you this time. The Thunder lost to the Nets in Mexico last night, 100-95. And here is where some people come in and say, but SDC, they didn't have Paul George last night. And it's the Nets. 2 of their best players are out as well. 2 of them. And on top of that, they didn't even have Trevor Booker last night since they had just traded him. And even if they did have all those guys, you should still be able to win. The Thunder should still be able to beat the Nets, but they just regressed too much last night to the way they have been playing earlier in the season. Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony tried to do it all on their own. Melo was 5 of 20 from the field, only 11 points. I get that sometimes you have to try and shoot yourself out of a slump, but he freaking shot himself and the rest of his team in the foot here. There are times when you should step back and say to yourself, all right, my shot isn't falling tonight. What else can I try and do to get this team to win? He didn't do that last night, and Westbrook did have 31 points, but he was 10 of 27 from the field. Despite them not being able to make any shots though, the Thunder were right up in this game until the very end. It's just like with 3 minutes left to go in close games that the Thunder have this bad habit of trying to play hero ball. Even in games where they are moving the ball and seem to have a functioning offense, in the final minutes, they just stop doing what they have been doing in the game previously and just go to straight up ISO ball. It happened every single play last night, and basically every play the Thunder came up empty, whether it was a turnover from too much dribbling or just a terrible shot selection. They got to work on that. Lastly, Bradley Beal followed up his career-high 51-point game with another high-scoring game. He dropped 34 on the night to get the Wizards the 109-99 win over the Suns, who played their first game without Devin Booker, who was expected to be out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. This could be good for the Suns low-key though, because not only will they lose more games to help them get a higher lottery pick, but it would also force other guys to step up and evolve their offensive games. Looking at you, Josh Jackson. That wraps up all the action from last night though. You guys go vote for the player of the day in the community section of my channel. Just remember, the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, you guys selected DeMarcus Cousins and his monstrous 40 points and 22 rebounds as your player of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like on it as well as subscribe to the channel for more daily NBA news and highlights. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!